Hi, and I'm Dennis, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm having to do this the third time now because I didn't know I wasn't using certain settings that I'm supposed to. Today's talk is on the 1911. But before I get to that, I want you to understand my touch on the 1911. The 1911 was designed in 1898 by Browning. And the reason he designed it was for personal, close quarter combat. Okay? It wasn't made to shoot 75, 100 feet out there or yards or whatever at your target. Although some people say, okay, I can take this and accurize it and I can shoot that target 300 yards away. That's what I got a rifle for. Okay? But the 1911 was made for close quarters. Hit them in the chest with a 45 caliber or somewhere in the body with 45 caliber, and that person's going to be hurting. So with that in mind, I like to use the 45 as a concealed carry. Now, I'm a concealed carry. The reason being is because I believe it is my responsibility to be a sheepdog. And as anybody knows, a good sheepdog protects the herd. And my family is my herd. And also, everybody else out there is sort of in my herd. They may not be in my personal herd, but they are in my American herd. And if anybody comes into this country and wants to hurt my American herd, they're going to deal with me. Okay? If my government isn't there to deal with them, and they come at me or come in my theater or come at me or my other friends with their weapons, I'm going to be shooting first. Someone pulls a weapon, I'm going to shoot him first. That's my theory. Because if you say, hey, and they turn, you just made yourself a target. Okay. All right, so let's move on. 1911. 1898. Mr. Browning sitting around chewing a chaw of tobacco and probably drinking some coffee, shooting the bowl with some friends, says, I got this idea. It's a 1911 where the round does all the work for you. Well, he's kind of slow behind the curve because there's somebody else already doing that with their rifle, machine guns. But he got the idea from them and said, okay, I'm going to do it for the pistol. And he came up with the 1911. A little long, 7.5 inches long, blah, 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 big, huge thing. If he run out of bullets, throw the 45 at him and hit him, and that'll take care of him. Okay. A little bit too big for concealed carry. Smith & Wesson Pro Series, 3-inch barrel. Nice. My hand covers it. It's a concealed carry. Small frame, small slide, nice. Triggers, about 4-pounder, maybe. Around there. I didn't test this one, did I? Nope. Anyway, but the release, and when you after it fires and you're going back for reset, very nice, very quick. Got trigger control for is when you pull the trigger and it releases the hammer. It's also that's the point where it stops moving. Is that important? Yes, to me it is, but I don't know. But it works great. Okay. Got trid sights. Yep, closing dark, all that stuff. Okay. Like them. Boom, 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 boom. Very nice, accurate weapon. Took it to the field, shot the crap out of this one. Really like it. Tears apart really nice. Do I need to tear it apart? Yeah, okay, tear it apart. I'm just saying to myself, line it up, pull it out, and let's tear it apart. Now, this 1911 doesn't tear apart as easy as I'd like it to, because I'm just a old man. Yet some young whippersnapper comes along, and he can take this thing apart like you wouldn't believe. But I can't, because I'm just an old fart. But anyway, comes apart, aluminum frame, pistol, everything just pops out of it. Boom, boom. Barrel. It has what they call a reverse lug on it. And the barrel, 3-inch barrel. And there's all the little parts. Okay, there we go. We got all the parts in my hand that I need to tear this down to clean it. came apart pretty quick. Goes together pretty quick too. But with that in mind, this weapon, put this in first and drop everything on the floor, because that's what I do best. I drop things on the floor. Okay, I'll pick it up later. Well, let's move on. Here's a 45 1911, $400. Pro Series, $1,200. This one, a little over $400. Even less. It depends. You can work bargain. This one was a well-used 1911 military combat. Beat the crap out of it. Slide was loose. Everything was just... You could sit there and shake it all day and it'll just make all kinds of rattling noise, you know. So I says, well, I can work with that. Put G10s on it for grip purposes. Okay, right? I like that. Put a beaver tail. Costs a lot of money. And spit that in there. About $30 for it. Hammer. Well, it's got this loop hammer. I don't know where I had it. Probably had it in my parts bin, but I got one. Trigger. Yeah. Sear. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, it's all good. Took it all out, including the what do you call it? Anyway, and took them all apart, cleaned them all up, and put them all back together. And adjusted the spring a little bit. Got a 4-pound pull on it. So it's a 4-pound pull. Boom. Reset. Oh, it's got a magazine in it. Sorry, people. Gotta do this again. Okay. Fires. Boom. Reset. Yep. Nice and crisp, just like the Probe. So it's nice. Set it all up and cleaned up the front here, this the magazine field, and with beveling and tapering so that when you go to load it, it loads quickly. Really nice. Bet it was too long. 7. Oh gosh, that's too long. How are you going to carry it? Boom. No. So I took this one. Now, remember how big my hand is? Remember the Probe? Okay. This has a different slide on it. I bought a smaller slide, fitted it to this frame. Yeah, fitted to the frame. Really nice, smooth, and everything else. So I said, well, it's got a little bit too long. So, and I got a barrel. It's 3.5-inch barrel. Still a little bit too long. And so I cut it. Cut this down from 3.5-inch to just slightly under 3.25. And the frame to fit it smoothly on the front. See? Nice and smooth. Did all that just, and then I beveled up the edges and everything else because I don't like it to hang up on anything. Was going to serrate the front, but I says, no, I want a ridge. So I cut a ridge in it, hand did the flat topping on it. Okay, so it's all flat topped. It's beveled here. It's nice and smooth and everything else. Really, really nicely done. And nice and tight now. And I redid the frame to slide ratio, made it smooth across there. I found that it wore a little bit. It had like a humpiness in it or something. So I cleaned that up and everything else, and redid the mill on that and for the slide, and now it's nice and you don't hear no noise on this one, and it's tight. It's got 22-pound spring in it, recoil spring in it. I was thinking about going a little bit more. But anyway, it's a compact carry now. It fits in a compact in-the-band holster. It just nice fit. And it works great. It really works great. It's going out tomorrow. It's going to be test fired. I got the testers coming in tomorrow to pick it up, take it to the range, shoot the crap out of it, and make record the results. Write them down and record them. And then we'll send it off and we'll have it all checked out. It's got a 70 series slide on it, so there's no safety pin stop on it. And the reason being is that no one's ever proved that to me. I'm sorry, you guys haven't proved it anywhere. I've heard stories, but never seen proof that it happened. I've watched videos of Springfield, Smith & Wesson, And who else? Somebody else. I think it was Rock Island did it too. Taking the 1911 70 series, putting around in it, and dropping it. Boom, boom, boom on its nose, and they never fired. Never went off. So, okay, maybe if you're at, 200,000 feet or 200 feet in the air and it went up and went down, well, maybe it could go off. I don't know. I don't think so. Don't think the weight ratio of the firing pin is enough to do that to the primer, but it could. But anyway, this is a Series 70, and this 1911 tears down just like the Pro. I think maybe a little easier. First thing, you got to make sure you remove the magazine on both the types. You always remove magazines and clear the weapon, right? Anyway, it has the little detent, just like a regular 1911. You line up the little small detent with the magazine release, and then you push up on the pin. And when you do, what happens, it lines it up and allows it to come out. And it gets above the slide, and now the slide's back forward, and you can grab a hold of the pin. And here's your slide release. It's out. Boom, done. So it comes out, and the slide comes off. Really nice, like that. And then you have the mechanism. Okay, got my bolt, my barrel, and the slide, and the guide spring. And so we're just going to take it apart, and it's just like on this one here, you just have to pull back a little bit. And the way I do it is I put it down on the ground. I can't see me. Let me see how I can do this. Oh, well, I'll just do it here. And you pull back on the reverse slug a little bit, just a little bit like that. And when you do, what happens? It allows the guide rod. There you go. The guide rod to come out. So there, boom. And the guide rod comes out, and it's out, and down it comes, and the barrel comes out. I don't have to use this safety pin to go through the little hole that's in the guide rod like you used to. Didn't like that idea. 22-pound spring. It's nice. Goes together pretty easy. Boom. The hood is I don't know if you can see, but the hood is matched to the slide, and the lugs are all matched up. And then we just what we do first is we push the guide rod down onto the lug and into the hole, and then it just kind of marries in there, just like that. Boop, it slides in. I can do a closer video when I get it back and everything's been evaluated. Good. Now, slide goes on, slide goes off, slide goes on, slide goes off. Never mind. Shut up, Dennis. I just talk too much sometimes, don't I? But there's important things about these new weapons, and the alignments of things are pretty strict on the alignment with the guide rod, okay? And the reason being is because you can't have it moving left or right. And so when you get it just so, like that, it should just go right down on it, just like that. Line up the hole, put your release in, slide release levers in, pull it to the magic detent, and in it goes. Wait a minute. Okay, got to get it right. There you go. Magic detent, and then it should go in like that. And then test it. Okay. Yep. That's it. New 1911. Nah, not a new one. It's an old one that's kind of done up. Frame is nice and been refitted with the slide, like I said. Really nice. You guys have a super fine day. And remember, always keep your powder dry.